Hi, Kirsten. I have a few questions to ask about communications.
Oh, I hope the new ISO standard does not require us to communicate. Communication is terrible around here.
Well, there are some required communications that need to be captured in your system somehow. Whether or not your employees actually do so is a matter for you to fix.
I am still a bit concerned.
There are several specific requirements for you. As quality manager, you were delegated the responsibility of communicating the status of the goals and objectives to management. I also know that one of your major customers require communication in the event of a recall situation, and that includes flowing down the recall notice to your suppliers if necessary. As a member of management, you may be asked to communicate the quality policy and quality objectives throughout the company. If you detect any counterfeit parts, you may be required to communicate it to GIDEP.
Yes, this is a lot.
Since you are also in charge of controlling changes to the quality system, you may also have some communication responsibility, depending on what the change is.
Yes. I often inform the plant that there has been a specification change.
You are the expert at your job. Can you think of any others?
Yes, in a way. Preparation of the certificate of analysis for our outgoing product is communicating to the customers. I have to do all of that work too.
This is exactly the kind of thing we need. You have given me several cases in which you communicate. We need to do the same thing for all of the other process owners.
What do you suggest?
In this case, there is no requirement for documented information. But Clause 7.4 requires you to determine what will be communicated, who will communicate, and with whom, using what method, and you will need to convince an auditor that you have determined all of this. One way would be to put a table with this information in the quality manager job description. Another might be to do a similar interview with the other process owners, and put together a communication plan. Another way might be to just write yourself a memo, and file it with this information on it. A fourth way might be to just include it as part of your annual management review.
Why is this a big deal?
Like everything else in the standard, there is a sound business reason for doing this. People come in and out of jobs all the time, and there are some very specific communication requirements that your customers expect. If you leave your job, there has to be a way for the next person to identify exactly who, when, what, and the detail of Communicaton requirements. It is to maintain integrity in your communications policies.
Well, that makes sense. It is a way to help ensure communications processes are captured somehow so we can fulfill our requirements.